that shine, rise from the ash below, from the silent show, and grow your wings, lift into the sound. They can't hold us down. Stand your ground. Raise up your fist tonight. Wonder sees toward the sky. Songs in our feet where the voices of streets cry out and shout. We will stand our ground.
Welcome back to Marshall Remodel. We're really excited to share a new playlist with you today. We're calling it Getting the Most Out of Your Land.
So basically what we're going to do is we bought this piece of property because we love the peace and quiet. We wanted our kids to have a place to roam and play. But there's lots of things that the land will offer us on top of that. Whether it's something we harvest off of the land, whether we grow on the land, maybe it's firewood that we use to heat our house or timber to build something. We're going to bring that to you in this playlist to help you maximize your land.
All right, first up is our 2021 garden, which we're really excited about. So let's get to it.
All right, guys, I'm out here at the garden. I'm waiting for Emily to come out here. We're going to get a couple things in the ground. We got seed potatoes and then some onion sets we're going to get planted. I got a rototill the rest of the garden, but right here where I'm going to do the potatoes, I'm just going to use the rake and the garden hoe, and we should have some good results. But all I have for my garden, we don't have any fancy beds or anything. I just have this fence, and then I have chicken wire around the bottom to keep like rabbits and stuff like that out. I will put an electric fence around the outside about 6 inches off the ground and out from the edge of the fence to keep the raccoons out for when my sweet corn starts growing, because if you don't, where we live, the raccoons will destroy it. So we're just going to get some seed potatoes in the ground and some onion sets today and get it going. And there she is, ready to garden.
Yep.
It's what is the date today? April
7th.
So when you cut up seed potatoes, you want to get these. Those are called eyes, and you want at least 2 in each potato. We're going to plant these a little shallower than normal, so we shouldn't have a problem with them rotting before they get out of the ground.
Yeah, so last year we weren't living out here, and we searched, so we didn't plant the garden right away, and we searched high and low and couldn't find any potatoes. So we made sure to get on that this year, because we've done potatoes in the past, and wow, are they really good. We really like them. So, and they're going to be something that will store well.
While Emily was cutting the potatoes up, I went ahead and got the row ready for the potatoes. We do not have a rototiller here at our house, so I went ahead and did it the old-fashioned way with the garden hoe and a rake. And although it was a ton of work, it worked out just fine, and we got the desired results we were looking for. All right, so now we're ready to plant these. Are you ready?
I am.
I suppose I'm digging the trench.
Probably.
So typically, you can see these eyes right here. You want those facing up, because what those will turn into is growth coming out of the ground. And potatoes are planted pretty deeply. 7 to 8 inches is kind of what the standard is. However, there's lots of different ways you can plant these. You can plant them basically, just at the ground level and put straw over them. But the key is protecting the seed itself from sunlight. So kind of what I've done in the past is planted them 3-4 inches deep, and then as the stem comes out, you kind of rake a little soil up. By doing that, these get out of the ground a lot faster, which reduces the chance of them rotting. It's a little extra work, but I think it's going to be just fine. Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
So when it comes to spacing out your potatoes, you're going to find a wide range of recommendations, usually about 10 to 12 inches. I typically like to plant them closer together, and then once they start coming out of the ground, you can thin them out if necessary. There's a lot of variables when you're planting stuff in the garden, and sometimes you just have to figure out what works best for you, where you live, and the type of soil you have. One last thing we like to do before covering our rows up is to mark each end of the row with a flag. That just helps us to know where our rows are located prior to the plants starting to grow. So the next thing we planted were red and white onion sets, and we prepared the ground exactly the same as we did for the potatoes. All right, so we're gonna get some onion sets in the ground. We're gonna, basically we just push these in, and we're gonna put them about 4 inches apart so we can get the biggest bulbs we can. We will take some of these up as they grow just to use, but hopefully we'll have
Did I cover them?
some bigger ones at the end of the season. So you can see right here, that part is going to grow up, and then this little rounded part is the root, and is going to grow down. So we just stick them straight down in there till they're flush with the ground, and then you're good to go. So we plant our onions about 3 to 4 inches apart. We usually do 2 to 3 rows, and then we will harvest these throughout the season. And then there will be, hopefully at the end of the season, some bigger onions that we can harvest. As you're planting these, if you come across a bulb that feels hollow or kind of squishy, that means it's probably bad and you can just throw it out. All right, so all of our onions are planted. We got red onions and then white onions. And we planted them roughly 3 inches apart. And we did 2 rows on the red onions, 3 rows on the white onions, and we'll eat these as they grow. So as we take some out, it'll allow the other ones to get bigger. But Emily's stuffed up now from being out here digging in the dirt. Basically how I weeded our garden last year, and there's lots of different ways you can do this. I just took about 20 minutes every morning, came out here with the garden hoe, and went around and hit the weeds. And when I first started, I broke it into sections, but once I got through the whole garden, it was really easy to maintain just taking 20 minutes a day, and it's a really good workout.
Yeah, so I think that's our plan.
All right, so that's gonna be a wrap on the first video for getting the most out of your land. Hopefully that was enjoyable to somebody that wants to do a garden, but we will bring you updates as we plant more, as we do more to this garden. And the good news is they're going to be finishing up the drywall by the beginning of next week, which means we can get to painting. We have a lot that's going to happen over the next couple months, so you guys are going to want to stay tuned. Even though we haven't been able to work on the house, we've got a lot done around here, especially outside. We got a play set that was given to us, put up for the kids, a couple swings we put up and some bigger trees. The grass is looking good, and we are ready for spring. Hopefully you guys are too. Stay tuned, because it's going to get exciting, and we're finally going to get to the finishing touches of this house, and I think it's going to be amazing. So we will catch you on the next video.